So, Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time. In my opinion, it is a perfect show. It's mostly dramatic. It is kind of scary at times. It's also pretty funny. The acting, writing, directing, editing, sound design, cinematography, everything is just perfect in my opinion. This is an incredible show, and I haven't met anybody really who hated it. I've met people who thought that Breaking Bad was okay, maybe a little overrated, and I do understand that. I have a couple friends who, of like very fast paced, action heavy movies or shows, and my a couple of my friends who prefer that kind of stuff, they tried watching Breaking Bad and didn't really like the slow pacing. They didn't hate it, but the slow pacing wasn't for them, and I get that. But in my opinion, Breaking Bad is absolutely perfect and amazing. And I thought that the ending, the last episode, Felina wrapped everything pretty well. And certain things that are left ambiguous, I like that they were left ambiguous. Like, for example, Jesse Pinkman's fate at the end of the final episode, Felina. So when they announced that they were going to be making a Breaking Bad movie with basically following up right after the events of Felina, I was nervous. I was like, "Ooh, but Felina was such a perfect finale," and I feel like they're only doing this to capitalize on the success of Breaking Bad, or because Aaron Paul's career is kind of at a standstill right now, which really does suck because Aaron Paul's a fantastic actor, seems like a really nice guy, and I do hope he gets more and better roles. But there was also part of me that was a bit excited because mostly because Vince Gilligan, who's the creator of Breaking Bad and the prequel show Better Call Saul, I was I think he's a really talented guy, and he actually seems pretty nice too. And so I was like, okay, maybe he does have some good stuff, and maybe he'll be able to craft a maybe not better, but a somewhat satisfying continuation and conclusion to what happens after the finale of Breaking Bad. And also, like I said before, I really like Aaron Paul a lot. He's a great actor, and I gotta say that this movie El Camino, it's not necessary. Like if this movie never happened, I'd be okay with that, but I still love it. This is a fantastic movie. Now, I'm not really going to go into the plot or really any spoilers or anything like that because I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything going into this. I avoided. The only trailer I saw was the first teaser with Stinky Pete being interrogated and him saying, "I'm not gonna let." He was Jesse Pinkman was in a cage. I'm not gonna let you put him in another cage, and I avoided all other trailers and commercials. And I refused to even look at the poster. I saw a glimpse of it, and I was like, no, no. So yeah, I know knowing no almost nothing, basically nothing actually, really enhanced my viewing experience of this because I really did not know what was going to happen, and I was along for the ride the entire time. I had no idea that Jesse Pinkman even shaved his head. I know on the poster it shows him, with a shaved head, and I had no idea. I was like, oh, he shaved his head, wow. But yeah, so I knew nothing, and I'm really glad um, that I avoided the trailers or reading up about this. Like I said, it isn't necessary at all. Definitely unnecessary. If they never made this, I'd be okay. But still, I really enjoyed it. There were several sequences in this film that were great, well executed. On a technical level, this is on the level of Breaking Bad, in my opinion. I guess for negatives, I'm going to quickly mention my negatives, which I literally only have two negatives. My first negative is that this movie uses flashbacks. This movie uses flashbacks looking back at certain events in Jesse Pinkman's life. And I liked the flashbacks, but I did think that they were a bit awkwardly placed in the film. Like I thought that like they could have been like how it flowed from like the transition between present to past was a bit awkward. It did explain some very crucial and important information to the plot, but I wish that the filmmakers were able to find a more coherent way to include these flashbacks. Also, the ending, without going into spoilers, no spoilers at all, was slightly. I was fine with what happened, but it was slightly anticlimactic. Didn't bother me too much, but I do. But I don't know, with Felina, like the ending is so like ambitious and grand, and it really worked for me. So I don't know. Like maybe I shouldn't have expected such a grand ending, being that Breaking Bad. I mean, there are very exciting grand moments, but it's mostly just a slow burn, dialogue heavy, character based show. So, but overall, I really like this movie. I'm seeing a few people online saying that they weren't really such fans, but I personally loved it. I thought it was great, and yeah, no, I really enjoyed it a lot, and I highly recommend that you watch this, but only if you've seen all 5 seasons of Breaking Bad, because you do kind of have to watch the entire show, all the episodes. Well, maybe not all the episodes. Basically, you have to know what happens from beginning to end in order to understand, in order to fully appreciate what happens in El Camino. Yeah, so really like the movie. Aaron Paul is great. Hope he gets better roles in the future. Hope this helps his career somehow, and him being in Westworld season 3. And yeah, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. This was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I really hope that uh, if you see El Camino, that you will enjoy it as well. Even if you don't like it as much as I did, that I still hope you like it, and I hope that especially if you're a fan like me of Breaking Bad, and I hope that this will be a satisfying and great experience for you, like it was for me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So I'll hope to see you guys soon. Bye.
Gott den Koller.